sea views for days. Oh, and when I tell you the Virgin Voyages food.
Okay. Let's see here, chat. Oh, I didn't move this. I want to move the screen up a little bit more. Okay. So coughing a little bit. I don't know why, but let's start up. Got a cough drop in me. Didn't trade AM. Haven't traded AM in a long time, or in a few days or weeks now. Because AM just seems so bad to me. But let's start cooking. I'm gonna do my charts like how normally. I'm gonna wait for people to come on first. Alright, so I'm looking at weekly. We took that weekly low on this move down here on ES as well. See the daily, that's that low that we signified. And ES daily fair value is still holding. So I do want to see this get taken. This is what I marked previously. Get taken and run back up to the daily fair value up, and you can see from there. Look at the 4 hour. 4 hour doesn't really show us much other than we have this big order block here with higher time frame. With this closure, I would prefer if we can take out this high here, but we didn't do that, so I'll just mark that. As well as mark as the high that missed. Anyways, let's keep on moving forward. What we see is an hourly fair value gap that's big displace. We do want to see this unmitigated hourly fair value gap filled. And we see somewhat like a BPR right here that's imbalanced that we're going to look to fill in later. So this is going to be probably my objective for PM, especially when we made this low. We swept it hard, made that internal high, missed that internal high, and I think the easy objective for PM is going to be look for that fill. And it could dance around a little bit, but that's going to be the main focus. I'm going to mark this hourly too. This is how I'm going to do my time frame charting. Then I'll drop it on 15 minutes. The 15-minute does look horrendous other than this gap here that's been holding for a while. So something we want to look for longs is if we can respect the bullish pre rates and start disrespecting the bearish one. So this is the first bearish one, the 5 minutes, simply the 5 here. Close above, we can start looking for longs. Still big long objectives, so I'm gonna let things play out for PM. I'm gonna drop it on 1 and see if we can find something. I think right now, a lot of people are getting chopped up in here, so we're just probably going to wait, let things play out first. I think based on the hourly that I marked out, I do want this to get ran back up again, just to rebalance. It could be a move higher for lower even. I'm not gonna be bullish, just short term, just to fill it. That's what I see as the draw right now. All right. Just back and forth right now. We're gonna see this respect first. What I want to note is how well we can disrespect the bearish one and see if we can also hold the bullish narrative. What's been happening this whole AM session and noon, it's just going back and forth, which is not something I want to look at. Thoughts on today's price action? It is pretty ugly. I don't really like it personally, because I posted on Twitter literally the rip at start of New York Open. We didn't want to take out any of the highs except this internal, and we start dumping right away. Like, I mean, if you're an inversion trader, maybe yeah, you take that, you'll be happy. But I'm more a reaction type of trader, and I can trade any markets. This one, I just can't really enter off of. So what we see here, wick higher. If we close back within and start flipping, this is still going to be bearish. And I like my narrative upside right now, if possible. If not, we're gonna have to go for one of the sell side lows, which is the next one. The main next one we see is all that 760. It does want to tag there. Trump is speaking. When is Trump not speaking? It's not gonna change too much on how I'm gonna trade though. AM is so bad. I mean, people love AM. For me, I think my trading style been more developing. It's just not something I like right now. So we're just basically stuck in this range here. So if you want to see more of like what the range is like, you're kind of seeing this high, this low, and as you can see, so far in this since 10 a.m., this high was still consolidating. It didn't want to take it. This low kept on jabbing, but we didn't want to take this. We're just between two chops, so this is on a low timer. This could be used as external liquidity, and then we break out of it, and that's when we start really seeing a big delivery on the higher time frames, more decisive delivery. I mean. Sorry. How do we find out when Trump is speaking? You would, I feel like it's on Forex calendar, but it's just sometimes random. Is it yellow voter this time? Let me just see. Was it Thursday right now? It doesn't show that he's speaking right now, but usually it does show if it's like kind of like a planned event. But for now, I don't think it's that concerning right now. We're still gonna look for a trade, so we're gonna definitely see some reaction with what he says, but that shouldn't. Very rarely does it affect us as long as we wait for what confirmation we need. There's times where it does wick us out, which sucks, but other times where it just pushes us up to our target, which is a double-edged sword. As long as we have the right setup, we can still take it. Yeah, two things I want to also talk about while we're waiting. I got the email that I'm switched to what is it? Take Profit Live. Look at this, chat. So from my understanding, this is my first time live with them. This is my fifth live with them, or fifth live prop firm. But basically, once you accumulate above 10,000 profits, they're gonna send you an email saying, you know, we're gonna push it live. I think it's mandatory. Does it say mandatory somewhere? I think it said it somewhere in other emails, but I'm not sure this one is mandatory. But I think it's a good thing. So you get the same number funded. So I have you funded that hit the criteria. Some that other 2 or 3 didn't. Only 2 of them mainly I think did. They're both above 10,000 profits. What happens is you can transfer anything above 5,000. I think it says it somewhere. Maybe not in this email. But let's say I have 10,000 balance. You can withdraw 5,000 at the 80-20 split. And then the others, it gets transferred to live. And then you get the same number of funded. So I'll be moving to 2. They're going to give me 2 live accounts. You get daily payouts. And then the benefit, I guess, it goes from 80-20 to 90-10. So that's actually pretty nice. Usually you see other live accounts get a downgrade. This one's an upgrade only because they already have it 80-20. So it's going to be good there. The other thing is TopStep released a update talking about their live. I think you guys already probably saw it already. But basically this is the thing that there's a live cap. So what I clarify with them is cap after your payouts. It says up to 5 payouts. And if you're choosing a 50K, 100K, 150K, when you switch a live, you'll only be able to switch with whatever account it is. So it's 50K and you have like 5 accounts. And let's say they're all equal. You can only switch with 10K on each of them. If it's 150K, you can switch with 30K on each. That's after taking all the payouts. So I think this is pretty fair unless they move you really quick. Then it'll be like, you know, more punishing. But besides that, those are the 2 updates I see with prop firms lately. South Tribe said, I'm live with TBT, MyFund Futures, ETF. Is it possible to copy trade those? As long as they're Tradeovate, you should speak with the firm first, just to, you know, clarify. I don't think any firms disallow it, other than like, you know, there's a few. I think Unox and Tick Trader are one that has some restrictions, from what I know. But you know, just hit them up, see like, can I copy trade? If they're on Tradeovate and InTrader, that means you can copy them. If you can connect them. So same way you copy sim accounts, you'll copy the live as well. I have some live accounts I copy trade. I basically trade my TopStep with all my other accounts. So that's like how I do it. So we're getting this closure over. We have this inverse. So far, wick higher, close lower. Now we're building up. This is bullish signature now. What I want to see is us continue higher all the way to a deeper drive in this hourly BPR, essentially. I'm going to seek for longs if possible here. We already filled this 15 minutes, so this is not much like a unmitigated 15-minute gap, but I'm still seeking if there's anything we could use. You got moved to live on TopStep before taking a payout. What was your balance on them? Moving higher already. This is what I expect right now because, you know, we could be bearish bias, but when you're looking at draw, we already took this big sell side down here. And I'm actually looking at the next draw opportunity. This draw opportunity is this hourly fair value gap. So I'm definitely trying to see if I could seek some longs right now. I think what we could have looked at is this 5-minute, but I also want to wait for a confirmation because it's so choppy today. We'll see if there's a breaker from here. We could count this as a breaker here. As a 1 minute. Maybe we look for longs. We want to see this respect as well. And that could be also somewhat like a stop loss area. So far, what do you guys think? Longs, or are you more bullish or bearish right now? I got chat, bullish, neutral, bullish to become bearish. I think that's also something I look at right now. Just my anticipation. I'm looking for longs pretty aggressively now. I think we could draw higher from here. And we got this close above. We could use these as our OBs essentially. I think we also retrace all the way back down there though. Yeah, I want to see a retrace back in. We're gonna get a 5 minutes soon here. I do like longs right now. I'm going to see if we can get some longs here. We're starting to get trend back up. We do have some lower highs just slowly being built. Watching carefully on how price action does here. I think everyone's looking at longs right now. But it's so choppy today. Just really back and forth. I think I've seen a lot of traders really hurt themselves today. I want to see if we can play things right today. Because these trades aren't a joke. These are difficult trades. I didn't trade Asia last night, so that's why all my accounts are no P&L. This whole week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I basically hit a trade in Asia and get a pretty nice buffer. Sometimes it's actually pretty large of a buffer. That's what you think. You trade overnight to get a buffer from New York, but some of these Asia trades go for like 30-40 points. And it could be even more than what I take PM. And PM, whatever trades I take, it's just extra gravy on top on the day at that rate. So far, nothing in AM or Asia. So we're gonna start fresh PM. If we get a win, all accounts are gonna be green. If we get a loss, all accounts are gonna be red. No buffer here. 5 minutes about close here. I think we should mark this here. I think a more structure than 15-minute would be ideal. But we got some closure above already, so any retrace back inside this, basically the 5-minute structure, 15-minute structure down here, this OB, I want to see this hold. So I think cleanest thing was do a quick sweep, and then we'll try to long our way back up if this is the plan. If not, we can get a retrace and hold the structure, and I'll long the next one. We're still chopping back and forth in between these highs and lows, so I'm gonna be mindful of that. I think we want to long the 50s, break under 50s. So long under this OB, I think, is the right move. We can wick under and close it back above. Let's say we get this long. I probably want to keep a stop that is sufficient enough to handle this. And try to go for the highs. This is the idea right now. We didn't even get tapped at the 5 yet. We tapped in this breaker here. Just a little bit shy from the OB that I want to see happen. Someone asked, can you explain how full days for you? I've been changing how I trade. So far, this last few weeks, I've been trading Asia, 8 to 12, midnight, up to midnight in Eastern time. And then for PM, I'll do 1 to 3. Asia, I'm not going to do every single day. It's only when price action is good. But this week, every Asia session has been clean. If they weren't clean, I don't think I'll trade it. Simple as that. And I set price alerts, so I'm not stuck on the screen for hours and hours because it's a 4-hour session for Asia for me. And I set price alerts. I just share my commentaries, see what we're looking at. If it, hits where I want to see, I'll take the entry, put our stop, and then we trail to wherever TP we're looking at. It's 8 p.m. to midnight. I forget if that's 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. I always get mixed up with that. That's why I say 8 p.m. Eastern time all the way to midnight. That's my starting time. Someone saying on a live with 30K personal, how many minis? It depends how much you're trying to risk. If you're trying to be very aggressive, are you okay with risking, let's say you do 3 minis or 2 minis. Are you okay with risking like 5% of your drawdown, 5% of your account for each trade? Or are you more okay with risking 1%? That's all up to you. You want to calculate a percentage. So like if your standard stop is like, let's say 15 points, calculate the math with 15 points, with whatever size you're looking for. It'll show you what percentage of risk you're looking at and make it make sense. If you can't hold 5% risk, don't size more than you should then. That's always the game plan for me. Tanya live stream in New York. How did Tanya do this week or today even? I can't imagine going live on AM this week. It's just so strong. And it makes me like, what's going on here? We're just pushing higher here. So unicorn long would be this breaker. It's a 1-minute breaker after we get some displacement. It doesn't have the framework I want to see, other than now we're getting bullish bias. We have draw higher. But the risk is pretty difficult because let's say you take this trade, the way I'll do it, I think I want to put our stop. The stop is so big. It'd be like, I know it could be 20 points. Let's say this is pretty decent RR if you're very confident. But I could definitely see it trying to go for lower too. I really like longs in the 50s where the OBE and the fair value gap is. We kind of missed that. So it's kind of interesting there. It's up to you, young investor, how much you're willing to risk per trade. So you're willing to risk 2% per trade. I think that's pretty tight. Some people think that's too large though. If it's 1%, you want to do a math on that, see how much sizing you should do based off your total max risk per trade on average. Yeah, so we're definitely looking at the highs at 165s here. And then after 165, we have this hourly BPR, which it ranges about another 70 points. So I want to focus on those longs there. In chat, you gotta give me a trade. You gotta give me a long entry. That's what we're looking at right now. I could have looked at this breaker. I mean, we could have took a jab in, but look how we did it. We just ran up, back down. That was pretty. Yeah, we're gonna have to probably do tighter stops today, by the way, or not tighter stops, more larger stops today because these are pretty large range candles as well. Any entry I see, it seems like I need to do a 20-point stop to be somewhat protected. So keep that in mind, and when we do find a trade, you're gonna have to size appropriately for that stop. I hope it doesn't just grind up to take out where we want to see. I hope we get an entry model. We'll get this 15-minute fair value gap very soon here. So I'm going to be pretty much focusing my longs inside of here. It's such a large gap, so I might be looking at sizing in. Like, you know, maybe I'll do some micros and I'll add into it, and we'll get a full position. There's 3 more minutes before the 15-minute fair value gap is validated, but let's see. Cook. A few more minutes here. Mostly a slight jab back in this fair value gap, and I'm gonna be looking very closely for longs. I do think we try long here where you put a bigger stop and maybe size into it. So as long as we don't get under this 15-minute fair value gap in that next minute, this will be validated. And then this looks good too, so we'll sweep this eternal low we'll bounce in the 15-minute structure, and then try to long something like this. And I want to do a stop something like 27, I guess. This will be the next high, and we're trying to go for this. So yeah, definitely do micros today. This is pretty extreme candles right now. And you definitely don't want to get yourself hurt. Something I always like to look at is like, is there a area where I could look for shorts for short term while I'm looking for longs? And this is kind of what I'm seeing right now. So we have this 1 minute, and we're getting this change state delivery. As long as this holds down, I might be looking at a quick jab. It'd be much more of a very tight stop. But like, imagine something like, something like this. Could be like, like this high, 14 points, and then you're trying to go for that 15-minute drive in as a scalp, and then look for longs. This is something that is possible. I'm not gonna take out my main funded. So I'm gonna look for longs on my main funded, but I could dance with this potentially as a lower risk type of trade. I'm probably just taking a personal. Non-funded, but this is the idea though. We want to drive in, come back up, and I'll alert this long here. Playing with micros. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting this. This is what I'm taking on my top step live, but I might get stopped out already. As a counter trend with micros, try to do tight wrists so I can flip this. If you took this and got hurt on it big, then just keep in mind this is still a counter trend on the short-term time frame right now, and this will be the long signal. I'm trying to play both sides right now, but more favorable on the longs just because we have a fair value gap, 15-minute fair value gap. We have a 15-minute OB nested together. If there's a 1-minute confirmation here, you're gonna play for this buy side draw, and I don't want it just to let it grind up all the way. That'll be something be very annoying. But let's just see. We didn't get a drive in the 15-minute either. I have this high right now, actually 16 points on it. 3 micros, and then this one I'll try to build up to one or two contracts. I think we want to size into it though, so like let's just kind of plan it ahead. If we do in the size 15-minute, I think if my goal is, let's say, 15 contracts, 15 minis or micros, I'm gonna probably do a starter here, like let's say 5 cons, five micros, which is a third size inside of like around this OB, around 50s, and then when it flips back up, on the way back up, I'm gonna scale them to 15 contracts for micros. So right now, I am trying this on my top step, but my main fund is focused on the longs right now. Let's see if we can play both. And if we can get a good confirmation flip here, I can add into the micros. I don't really do micros often, by the way. 9 out of 10 times we're doing minis, maybe 9.5 out of 10 times, which is equivalent to like 95 out of 100 times. We do minis. That 5% chance we do micros, it's only when we need to play safe. And that's for days like these where these candles are giant, man. It's 5 minutes, 60, 40 points, 50 points immediately. It'll run you pretty hard. But longs here would be my focus. So 15 contracts, 15 micros, equivalent to 1.5 contract. And we'll try to get 1 TP out here and then focus our TP here. If that hits, that'll be a very good day for us. Someone's asking, am I already in the long? If you're hearing what I'm saying, longs are only in this 15-minute fair value gap for me. It's just grinding up right now. This change of delivery is holding in a way. It's just the 1 minute, so it's like the whole block here of series of up close candle that flipped on this closure. Now we're getting some more wicks, so it's just backs and back forth. You guys saw my entry right now around 101 at the change day delivery. I just have like 16 point stop the high. Ideally, we turn back down and flip back up. That's gonna be my goal here. And if you want to join me in the counter trend, sure, it's tight stop, or not tight stop, it's tight stop and small size, and focus on longs here. That's what another recap just to make sure that it's clear. And if I do get stopped on this, it's gonna be about $100 maybe on micros. And I'm not taking on the whole count, it's just on one. Do you prefer price action under Biden or Trump? I don't know what price action was under Biden. Was it like normal? I just know Trump is always big move upside for the most part. Anything he says is like, oh, economy is booming. So, I mean, we do have some low resistance here being built up, right? We're gonna probably see this drive down. I'm not gonna TP until we at least get to the breaker. Maybe I'll do break. If we hit the breaker, break even stop seems fine here. That'll be the bare minimum. That now we hit a structure, break even on this short, and then we really want to aim for longs inside this 15-minute. And I hope no one is gonna be surprised if it does hit this 15-minute. I'm long, and they'll be like, "Why didn't you say long?" It's like I think I said it 20 times by now. That I'm really focused on longs here, and I'll try to say it real time too. But that's how I trade on stream too. I also want to bring up the trade idea and set up more than like 10, 20, 30 minutes in advance. So no one's surprised. As long as the most important thing is real time confirmation is what I'm gonna be focused on. So yeah, let me just see if we can get this inside this 15-minute. Short's looking good now. We took some like 10 points of heat, but now I'm up like about 15 on it. I'm expecting a run side of here, and I'll put break even on. So no matter what, if we do get down here, it'll be break even. Now we're kind of back at entry now again. Should only be shown in the one, actually. I don't know how many people are trying to short with me, but it's a counter trend. Then we'll focus longs. Let's see. This is ideally where I want to have my average, though, if I can. Average around this OB 15-minute, and I think stop under the low on the 15-minute low would be ideal. If this hits this low, consider me fully stopped out on this trade. And then I'll have to really look at like what I can do from there. It's just back and forth right now. And I have to pee again. Drink a lot of water. When I'm coughing, I kind of have like a scratchy throat or sore throat in a way, and I just drink a lot of water. I'm gonna go be right back in a minute here. Okay, back. Yo, what is Jojo? Jojo is out to get me right now. He's like, when he comes back, stop loss will be hit. Mark my words. Chill. I thought we were working together here. Chat. Jojo said, too long. I mean, we're good right now. Like, we're talking about 1-to-1 type of risk reward. We would have already hit that by now, but I'm going for the big move. So, like, here we go. Here we go. I didn't expect to come back to see someone wishing on my downfall. He said, when he comes back, he's about to get stomped. Mark my words. Why is this not yeah, I think break even here. You can do, if this low gets taken, it'll be the same equivalent. It's like only a 2-point spot. If we take this low, I definitely want to put break even on, because now we're just shopping way too much, and we would finally break this somewhat tight consolidation. Ban him? Nah, he could be trolling, or he could just be photographer fun. It's not warranted for ban. Ban is for only people who are talking nonsense. Look at these highs though on ES. This makes it a little bit iffy. What is this being done on the 30-second chart? We'll save these highs if we can get along. That'd be ideal. I mean, this is the beauty of doing like a low risk type of trade when you have somewhat of a draw, right, on the upside, as well as a draw for market to really draw to before going upside. You're trying to anticipate what the price is moving to, and now you have a low risk type of entry for a counter trend before you flip. You know, this is a 16-point stop. I haven't get hit yet, and you know how many times we already got like 16 points, like 3 times already. So this has been easy 1-to-1, but I'm going for at least 2R type of thing, and I'm gonna see if I can drive down all the way down here. It'll hit TP, don't ban me. Now JoJo's on our side. Look at that. Okay, break even. We'll see where we can go here. I'm trying to look to see if I can scale out. Boom. All right. Gonna move green stop out. It hit the 15-minute. This is ideally where we want to get long. So now we put our bullish cap on. We had our short-term bearish cap on. Now we're focused on longs because longs is this 15-minute here. So that was a quick like 20 points. I put that at this low. Is it 20 points or 30 points? I don't know. I just put that at the wick low, 29. Anyways, I'll delete this so we can get out the way. We're focused on longs now. That was not a full-size trade, like I said, but it was like a low-risk type of trade. We're gonna focus on longs. I think we wanna ideally get our average inside this 15-minute. Where the OB sitting at. So ideally, 0.55 average stop about like it's gonna be a bigger stop. But this is where, let's say it does do something like this, or even like this. I would only do like a small size to start with here, just because it's so aggressive today. And then if it does this, I'll re-enter on the way back up because it could wick down close higher. Or if it does something like this, I don't want to get my full size in yet. So let's see how far we can go with this. I think we're going to try size in slowly here. So I'm going to do 15 micros, but I'm going to start with 5 micros now inside the 15-minute. And then, like I said, 10 micros and we get confirmation. And then try to get average around the 0.55. Let's fill this whole 5-minute completely. So we got a short play already done. Now we're looking for the long play. Didn't get down here enough. I just have my 5 micros in. We'll just see how far we can go here. Like even that 1-minute play, that was 30 points. And like you got consolidation. If we actually moved like how it moved prior, it could have been a big 100-point move if I had a good target. If I were bullish here, I would keep on playing it down. And a few micros getting like 100 points would be pretty large when you're considering your stop size, your risk is like, let's say 16 points. So you think about that in like relative. But for those who are new here, we're focused on longs in this 15-minute here. And I'm doing micros a day. I always do minis, but doing micros a day just because today is such much more volatile. But please don't ask me for signals. I'm just trying to share you my setups. And I'll try to share real time what I'm doing. But don't complain. Shit is free here. Alright, ES hit the 15-minute fair value gap and we smacked it on that OB here. What is the rationale of your sell? It's basically kind of what I described above. We have the change to delivery, and we have a negative 15-minute gap. If we want to move higher, we will probably, I'm anticipating, like, so that's the probability of it. I'm anticipating a draw back inside this negative 15-minute and then run higher. That would be a very healthy bullish delivery. So I still don't have a good size in yet. I think ES would have been a nice one here. Same trade on ES would be like those OB here, stop at the 15-minute low. And you're going for, where's the 15-minute high? Or hourly? I guess in this case, you just go for the next main high here. Let's be that deal. Boop, 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 boop. So if this does play out, we'll just take a poll later, like how many people took the short, how many people took the long, how many people did both. And as long as we're in something, be happy. was in shorts, made 300 with 3 micros. Let's go. I made 400 without 3 micros. So we're kind of on the same boat here. Do you have a video showing your computer setup? I feel like I do. I feel like I posted on somewhere on Discord pin, but I don't know where it is. But yeah, I'll record one. I'll post it on the general chat so you guys can see it. I'm probably not gonna upload on YouTube because it's more personal or more like of a quick one. But the way that I do my screens, I do look at all these time frames. I have the 1, the 5, the 15, the hourly, the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly. That's 7 right there. And I coordinate them very specifically. So if you guys like the way that I do chart, and want a video on how to set it up like me, or further explain it so you can understand it, let me know, and then I'll try to record another video, I guess. Yeah, I'm so far still not in my main size in. I'm looking for try to get 5 micros at this for a starter, so it'd be like 1/3 size in, and then on the move back up, I'll drop down to a 30 or 30-second on the 1 minute. The moment it does flip back up, I'm gonna look for longs. Or not look for longs, I mean add to it, that's what I mean. So, I mean, we're in a starter now. If you guys want to do a start, if you don't, listen. If you don't want to wait for a starter, or don't want to start and want to wait for confirmation, I'll let you know as soon as I also add into the full size. What I'm going to be looking for is the 1 or 30-second, essentially. And the moment it starts flipping, because I don't want to catch a falling knife when we're consolidating. What I want to make sure is we're going to tap in here and we're going to start respecting. That's what I'll make sure. What's your stop? The stop is at 15-minute low. One thing I really try to emphasize is be prepared. Don't freak out when it does come at where you're looking at. We already talked about this for like the last 20 minutes about what we're going to look for a trade and how we're going to enter, and also what we're looking for confirmation to add in more. The worst thing you could do is really freak out and like be nervous or hesitate. So far nothing in the 30-second yet. If we get a chain state delivery with the structure here, it could be something like, for instance, it could be something like this. And now we're starting to respect. Maybe you have a 30-second inversion closure. I'll add into it inside of this 15-minute setup already. So the setup, the entry is not the 30 or 1. The entry is the 15-minute. And we have to stop to protect us from that 15-minute. We're just looking for confirmation to really focus on it. So we're looking pretty good so far. No drawdown on this tap in. I'm gonna be looking for bare minimum a drive higher on the internal first, and then eventually this high. We're also gonna look for ads here. And you know what? We could have a big day with micros. That could be something. Who knows? No one said we can't trade micros and make a lot of money. You just gotta make it make sense. So up like about 20 points right now. I didn't get my size in yet, or size full yet. I think I hesitated a little bit here. Not hesitated, but I didn't get the confirmation I wanted yet. Because we had this big displacement. Usually I look for a 30-second even inversion, and you know that would clip me in even more. But this is what I look like right now on the Top Step Live. And we're going to try to play this accordingly. I'll still look for ads. These is micros, by the way. Again, if it's minis, I'll be jumping up and down right now. But look how spot on this is so far. Like, regardless if you didn't know where to enter, like, how clear is this? What would you put your break even? most likely on this inversion closure, a closure outside of it. I think ideally you want to slap break even off this trade. If it does hit you out break even, you would just look for re-entry. But I want to let this play out though. I don't want to get cut off too early. We're up about nearly 30 points on this. 30 points exactly now. It's kind of insane to think about. We're literally just playing off of charts. And this is like a full round trip. Notice I shorted here, played it all the way down, and I flipped long here. Like, this is a round trip right now. All right, I think entries or how you're gonna move your stops is gonna be more difficult here. Because I'm not sure if we're gonna dance around a little bit. We're gonna trail it, but you're up about 40 right now from this entry. And I do want this buy side if we can get it. First TP would at least be minimum this internal high, and eventually my final TP would be up here, 166. Dude, we just mega killed this here. $40 points on the Top Step Live. This is a 220 on micros. Are you kidding me? With a 30-point risk. I'm not gonna try to repeat the same thing again. Like, if you want to run it back, pre-watch the stream after. Especially when we talk about it at like around 25. It's gonna be like about 20 minutes of talk time. I need to focus on what I can do here. But yeah, I have it on my other account too. Other funded. I mean, we're looking good. I have 5 micros on the other one, 3 micros on the Top Step. We're cooking here, chat. I'm gonna scale some of them out and then relieve the rest on the main accounts. See if we can get all the 116 here. But this is pretty much a winning trade. I think anything that goes pretty much far surpasses above 1 RR, it's up to you. Now you just let things play out. Ideally, do not want it to go back inside this 15-minute, even taking that swing low again. That makes this trade kind of like difficult because like, why would it need to go down here? What I only wanted was a short-term short to get us in this immediate gap. We already bounced off of it. We already confirmed. So ideally, we grind up to the draw now. Type 1 if you took the short or long, or type 3 if you took both. Look at that. Both would have been the mega play, chat. Because literally you got like 30-point play downside and you got like a 40-point play upside. That's 70 net off of a micro trade. You just let that stack up. Come on, chat. I thought PM's gonna be dog shit too. It's gonna be dog water, but can't hate it when we're doing so well on it. So I'm gonna be break-even rest if we hit this, and I'll look for re-entry if it's just more of another manipulation. I should have. Ideally, you want to trail it too, but there's just no reason where it takes this. I have 2 left in, trying to hold it through it. So we already flipped this. We already got this inversion here. This should be the grounds with this. Also this 1-minute chain state delivery. Try to hold it in this area. This 2 days so choppy. So if we can get a delivery to wherever target we're hunting, that would be insane. We're coming back down already. Back to entry here. Well, we're up 40 off of it, trailed out, and I'm about to get break even the rest. We're gonna just look for re-entry if this is still a valid setup here. I don't like it going back in here, but ideally you trail, you either do green stop, you take some TP out, and then you set break even. Those are the three things that you want to be mindful of. Because you're letting like a trade that goes 40 points in your favor with a 27-point stop, almost 1.5. We can't guarantee that we'll hit the first TP. The first TP would be like about 60 points. But Trump is speaking. Is Trump making this move? I have no idea, but you know, 2 green trades right there, up, literally up $500 on the live account off of micros. Is that insane? If I traded minis, even 1 mini, look at this. Look at Top Step live account. I don't. Oh shit. 569 off of micros, chat. Is that correct? That's just unreal to me. I feel like how you could make so much money off of micros just because you're trading very volatility, a strong volatility. You know, I just replicate the same thing with like 1 or 2 contracts. That'd be a $5,000 day right there. Just like basically another X or another decimal point. Move the decimal point over 1. Can't lie, we made money. We're all happy. Can't lie about that. All right, so 2 p.m. candle open, 15-minute closure. So far, I think what dictates my narrative now, everything gets changed with this next candle. If we close under this 15-minute, we'll also close under the mean threshold. We're gonna look for a stab lower. But if we wick down, close higher, this is still gonna hold, and we're gonna focus higher. So this next 15-minute, by 2:15, we'll know the answer. If it chops, that makes things a little bit more difficult. But we want to see how it reacts here. But kind of crazy. Literally first short plus 30, second long plus 40. I mean, like, you don't have to exit at the peak, because I didn't even exit at the peak on the short or the long. But that's the net trade on the peak here with very, very little drawdown. And I don't usually I don't usually take 2 separate trades like this, but if you kind of see it how I see it, this is basically one main trade, because what I'm looking for is short to long. So it's like a round trip for this. So in combination, like, we could say this trade is like 70 points total, one trade. But yeah, next 15 minutes is gonna be important to me. I don't think we touch anything yet here until this 15-minute closes. You want to be careful here. I guess one last note while I'm waiting for the next 15-minute candle. How clear, 2 things, how clear was a trade? And the other part, did you understand the trade idea and setup / setup? So 1, how clear was a trade? 2nd, did you understand why we did what we did? And how we managed it too. Like both trade went far surpassed our 1-to-1 with both tight stops, like 16 points on the first trade, 27 on the second. With this volatility, this is pretty good. I did it in the fact that like I wanted no room for doubt or error. So that's why I talked about like, you know, we're gonna short here, we're gonna long also down here. This is speaking about our long trade at like 1:30. It delivered like 20 minutes later. So like what I'm talking about is you don't want to hesitate. We already framed the setup up. If it comes, it comes, and we execute off of it. You either react to it or you're gonna like really freeze up, and you know, you're gonna see this candle. You're like, oh shit, we moved so aggressively. Oh, we moved aggressively again. What if this gets stopped out? You don't want to remove that motion. You just take the entry, put the stop in, let it play out. And the second part of the plan was to add into it if we can. I think the only thing is like watching for this flip here, but I was watching for like perhaps like a lower time frame flip off a bearish fair value gap, and that'll be add. And ideally you push higher, but this is too much of a large gap for me to play out. So that's why I didn't go for the add there. Your entry was in the 50% of the 15-minute gap. No, that, you know, that coincides, but look closely. We're looking at a 15-minute fair value gap as well as a 15-minute order block that's nested together. My ideal entry would be off of this open of this bearish order block here, or a bullish order block here. So that's why the line is right there, and that's why my average is like around 54. And we had like very little drawdown on that move higher. And you can also see ES at that time. ES also hit that order block on the dot right there too, and we just basically wicked it to move higher. If the overall trend was really bullish, this would have played out all the way to the main buy side. But keep in mind, if you're looking at the hourly, I only want longs to get inside this area for lower. I'm not bullish yet because once again, the 4-hour, the daily, very, very bearish. There's no reason to really look at upside until we start flipping in the higher time frame as well. I'll also look at this 4-hour too if we want to capture that. Don't you look for a low time frame confirmation on the 1 minute? So once again, that's just way too far up off of the 15-minute entry. The only confirmation I would want is if it's within our entry model. The confirmation is not an entry itself. I think that's where this is not the play here. This is the entry model, the 15-minute fair value gap order block. Around this area is where my entry for longs, where my stop would be off of that. But if you're looking for a low time frame confirmation and it makes you long all the way up here, that's like 20 points above, 25 points above where we're trying to focus at. This is way too hard. That's why I couldn't add into here, which definitely protected myself. And that's why I think that's why I emphasize very, very many times. But starter, basically, you know, you want to get your size in here and then look for a somewhat of a tiny low time frame confirmation to add into it. I didn't get that confirmation within our entry model. Or are you looking to get in for shorts? So first thing, I would want confirmation for shorts, ideally on the 15-minute charts. If we close under, we flip the 15-minute, we also get a flip on this 15-minute OB here. If we can get under this mean threshold closure. Ideally then, you know, the same way we looked for this 15-minute fair value gap as longs, for longs, we're going to use that for shorts. So if this closes, we're going to look for something like this. And I don't know where exactly. It's going to be based off of what I see on the charts. But this is kind of like the bias here. But I think that's a good question here. Best prop firm currently, I think Tradify or Top Step or Take Profit. The T's essentially are my top. I want to say Take Profit Trader, just because I'm doing so well with them. But you know, Top Step is always the top for me, and then you know Tradify was very good too. It's just hard for you to say like what's the best, because I like them all. Like it's all number one for me interchangeably for those three. I could put Apex on the bottom unless you value scalability over everything else. As well as my fun features, I think they're kind of down there for me still. Like there's just way other firms just on top right now. And the 4 firms that you see on the bottom left here, you see Tradeify, Apex, Take Profit Trader. Those are the big ones. Add Top Step in that. That's 4 good firms right there. That's plenty. Tradeify or Take Profit if you had one. I'd probably say Take Profit. Take Profit is probably right now the closest thing to a live account where you don't have to fund that account, because you get above the threshold, the buffer, and you can get daily withdrawals first, and then you make over that buffer, you can take out. So basically, once you get to that $4,500 drawdown limit, the buffer amount, it's basically like a live account. Imagine you start a live account with $0 starting balance, and your allowance up to $4,500 drawdown. You make 2K, withdraw that. You make 3K, withdraw that. You lose 1K, that means you're under that starting balance. You have to make another 1K, and then you withdraw anything above. So I think that's why I think I like Take Profit right now. And you know, it's also part of my performance too. When I was running Tradeify, I was doing very well with them. They were my favorite. Now I'm doing very well with Take Profit. I just got the email for a live account with them. So it's just based off of what I think is good, as well as my performance, that really influences what I think is the best prop firm. So far, this short idea is likely going to play out. In 4 minutes, we're going to get a scanner closure. If we get a retrace back inside here, we'll look for shorts. If not, we'll have to look for shorts within this down close candle. And what a sell here. I mean, we're not affected at all here, which is great, because once again, if we did come back in here after making this low on this 15-minute intraday PD right here, which we bounce, and then we swept that low before doing a bigger bounce, there's just no reason whatsoever to come back down here. That's why I recommend to do green stop or break even stop. And the moment it does get down, you have to kill the trade here, because there's no reason to hold through it with another sweep here. You're likely gonna just get killed. And this stop out, this break even here protected us from taking a bigger loss or holding through a bigger loss. And that's what you want to do when you react to what price action gives you. EF said took 2 L's today. Is that from PM or AM? Because for me, I have 2 wins on my belt. The best prop firm is your live account. Big Dave, live count. Yeah, live count is good too if you have the funds for it. It's just very hard for some people. That's why prop firm does change the game, because you start with the prop firm, you get to the payout, then you fund your live, and you do both at that point. I think that's the best of both worlds, because most payouts are like 1 or 2,000. That could be enough to start trading micros on a live count. Yeah, we're going for the sell side. If this sell side is open and we get a flip on this 15-minute, whatever short I'm gonna take, whether it's up here or with simple retrace, this is my main target. And then we're gonna look at the 15-minute lows here. Which 2 wins that I have? I think you can rewind it. For quick recap, we shorted this 1 minute here around like 100, and then we got out at this 15-minute fair value gap, and then we flipped longs up. So basically 30 point plus down, then 40 point plus up, and depending on where you TP'd, that'll be that. Pretty good day so far. Just waiting. What do you not like about my fund features? Oh, I traded that. I like them, but I think, the other things I have, like other firms just has more potential. I think my fund features are good too. They just base my ranking because they let you have 3 accounts. All the other firms I talked about has 5 or 20. You know, Take Profit has 5, TradeFi has 5, TopStep has 5. That's enough scalability too. Who's meowing? Look at that. Look at this deep close. Holy crap. Yeah, I can't touch this right now. We took the sell side, internal low. The next one will be this low, but it's getting really aggressive. I think you'd stay hands off here. You ideally look for shorts, but if it doesn't give me a... What is he doing? Someone's telling me not to trade anymore. I don't know if you guys can hear that through the mic. It's not even a kid anymore, or it's not the same cat, but name is Tangible, and he's like 5 years old now, 5 or 6 years old. He's senior status now. 1 meow is short, 2 meow is long. Let's see how many. Yeah, can't play this at all. Can't play this at all. What we do see is a 5-minute breaker. I mean, look at the 5-minute structure. We do have somewhat of this respecting here. We got held back. We got a deep closure. We're inside a breaker with this closure down. If it want to leave this low and come back inside of it, see, not even trying. Come back inside of it, I'll play for the low. That was 3 meows. I don't know what that is. I also need an opinion here, so I'm gonna type in starter 50k Tradify 50k growth Tradify 100k advanced 50k or C profit 50k. And is there another one? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think there was 3. Which one would you guys go for if you had to choose? So I'm gonna look to buy a lot of accounts to give away. So maybe we'll do A, B, C, or D. You can put multiple guesses if you want, but if you, let's say, if you can narrow down to 2 at most, which one would you want? Because I think the My Fund feature is $100, the TradeFi is $100, TradeFi Advance it's under 100, and Take Profit is about 70, I think, or something like that. No, I'll do a poll. I'll do a poll. I just forgot I have the ability to do a poll. Because I'm gonna buy some accounts from the firm just so I can give out. I wish they can give me a discount when I buy bulk, but yeah, no, I haven't seen that happen. All right, let's do a poll here. I just need to know which one I need more of, because I think a lot of people do like My Fund Futures. A lot of people do like Tradeify Growth, and then Take Profit. I think there's a growing interest of it. It's definitely growing. So, but you had to choose one. Yeah, pick one of them. Oh, the growth is running. Oh, no, Take Profit. It just took the lead. Oh, Take Profit on the lead right now. Because Desi is going to stream London. He's thinking of, you know, he had 3 streams a week, but he's thinking of doing 5. So each stream, we're going to do 1 giveaway. So let's say we do 5 each. That's 10 streams total. 1 in PM, 1 in London. We're going to have to give 10 accounts, 1 a day. You're saying too many good things about TPT. It's just my experience, though. Like, you know, your experience could be different, and that could influence it. It's just trailing drawdown, which is tough, but it's not bad. Daily payouts are just too good to really switch up from. What platform you recommend to use TPT? I think everything Tradeaway is always good. Is Desi trading London tomorrow? Is that what is you mean tonight? Because tomorrow will be Friday and there's no session. If so, I think he's gonna do a session tonight. He's still figuring it out because this is his first week he's streaming London. He did another one before, just like a few streams. This is his first week actually streaming London, so he's considering like doing 3 times a week or doing it full time, just based on what he wants to do. But we're cooking, chat. Up 500, not bad, not bad. That's a good day to me. I was a little nervous coming today though, because I just seen like, you know, other people, like even I think Desi and Lanto, they're saying like, you know, AM was really bad, price action was really bad today. So, and then other people on Twitter too, like you saw someone said like Tanya was red. All these people I know are like not doing good today, and you know I haven't touched it anything yet. I didn't trade Asia, I didn't trade New York AM. I'm coming in PM. I'm like I'm a little nervous, but we stuck to our plans and we got 70 points total basically. And if you went red before the stream and you know got some money out of it, let's say you flip green. Once again, imagine if you weren't red and you were just like, let's say neutral. You trade with us on stream and we're doing well. You'll be green. So don't ask for a get out jail free card on stream. Too many people are doing that, and it works until it doesn't. Lanto Discord took 120 points in combined stop losses. Are you serious? I thought he took he took 1 loss and he took 1 win. That's what I heard, I think, but I have no idea. Crazy day. If that's his first losing day, man, that's all good. It's just a tough session overall. That's why I think PM has been better, because I'm talking a lot of shit with on Twitter about AM price action, just New York in general, but like more so AM specifically, because you just get no entry model. It's just disgusting. Someone said on Lancel's chat, this is Brian type of price action. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. I'm because Lanto comes in, he's like, I bet he's green a day or something like that, and then like it's just because it's so range bound type of price action, and ironically it is, because I do thrive in these conditions. But yeah, I think today you really gotta put micros in. Like if I'm doing micros, and I never do micros 95 to 100 times, like 5% of the time I'll do micros. That means like we're getting some cracked out delivery here. And you gotta be careful of what you do. This is cracked out price action. And now we're getting a deeper sell. Look at that, chat. I didn't even get an opportunity to short, by the way. Oh well. Longs might pay soon. I have no idea, man. This is way too short confirmation right now. So let's look at the giveaway. 230 votes. Looks like a lot of people are wanting to take Profit Trader account. It's. I wanted to get 150k, but I think they only allowed me to buy the 50k, which some people like, some people doesn't. But yeah, you gotta remember too, like it's a cheaper cost. You have to pay the activation fee. The other. Maybe that factors in. The other accounts, you don't pay the activation fee piece. It's 130 activation fee here. If you win the giveaway, you get it for free. But for My Fund Futures and Tradeify, there's no activation fee. So keep that in mind when you're trying to, when you're picking which account to choose from. That does matter. Because one, you get it for free completely. Other one, you have to pay activation fee. Anyways, yeah, I definitely want to get a lot of accounts to give out for the stream, for the website, for the Discord. If you're in the Discord, we're just gonna do a lot of giveaways, find a lot of people, and if they can get a payout from the free accounts, that'd be insane. There's some people that get it, but it's just challenging to do it. Do you think prop industry move away from activation fee? So it's not about the prop industry, it's about the model. So like you either pay a cheaper cost to eval and then pay activation fee, or you pay a higher price with no activation fee. For instance, let's say like Top Step. Top Step is like cheap eval, $100, 150. Then you have to pay 150 activation fee. It's like 300 total if you pass in one shot. You compare that to like a My Fund Future expert plan, it's already like 250, 300 plus, but there's no activation fee. So you gotta keep that in consideration. What's your thought on alpha futures? How many people in the chat know about alpha futures? Because I had a few meetings with them just to see like what their live count's like, what their model is, just for a partnership. And I'll start trading with them too and see if we can get a deal going too. Yikes, we're falling off a cliff, chat. Look at Nvidia. Nvidia just broke new lows. That's insane. How many people know about alpha futures? Type yes if you do, type no if you don't. Like, I'm gonna expect a lot of people say no. But for those who like them or are interested about them, we're considering adding them to the website because they just got in Tradeivate. They got NinjaTrader. And they have a Forex background, just like My Fund Futures. So if you guys want that, we can add them to the website and also do the cash rebates. Yeah, they came from Forex. So they'll be under two things. You have the cash rebates as well as the reimbursement protection plan. So if you think they're sus and they deny you a payout for a odd reason, at least we'll have that fund to refund you because we are taking the risk to partner with them, and they're not like the part of the big five essentially. I think they activate the code with alpha futures though, so we can already start working with them, and you can already also start doing the cash rebates. I was gonna announce that, like, okay, how many people would want this? I think it's 3 max accounts also. They're just kind of expensive because you have to buy the account and you have to pay activation fee. But I think their payout policy is pretty good. That's what I've heard and looked into. Someone said ETF. We don't talk about ETF here. The OG knows. ETF is booty. So I think what we have to take profit trader on our website now with a cash rebate, and then they're going to also be protected. So we have basically the bottom 4 is going to be protected minus Apex. Apex I can't do, as well as Tick Trader. So there's 4 of them. We're going to add Alpha Futures, and then funding ticks is also one, and then another one would be the trading desk, I think, the futures desk, something like that. I forgot the name. Just saw an ETF ad and they were talking about bad qualities in certain firms. Ay. Yeah, so lots of people are still take profit. If you win the giveaway and it's not available in your country like Regals, you can just switch it with another account. That's really fine. What they sell, chat. January low. Where are we looking? Is that here? Holy moly. We're falling off a cliff right now. Can you explain Fund Futures Found payout? It's basically like Top Step, but with a consistent rule. There's like some down with it. And also keep in mind, you can only have 50,000 payout in total as the whole user. Yeah, we're gonna slam for these. How down are we? We're only down, not even 2% yet. So we got a ways to go, to be honest here. Do we know / understand why this is happening? The easiest answer to that is because we're still high time frame bearish, intra time frame bearish. The only thing I wanted was potentially a drive higher for shorts. We're getting close to it, but we're not doing it. So the clearest thing to me is we're gonna go for these lows, these daily lows, and come back up from there. It could drive a little bit, it could play around, but ideally take these lows and then flip higher. Yeah, if you take a payout, always for all future prop firms, when you take a payout, whatever balance you have left is where your liquidation point. But, you know, while we're waiting, I don't think I'm taking the shorts here or longs. I'll consider longs after we take the sell side, but I think this is a no hands type of trade. Let's look at prop firm rankings, guys. I'm gonna name all the prop firms that we have. Let's say Top Step. This is not in order of rank, but I'm just gonna we're gonna rank them after. TradeFi, Take Profit, Trader, My Funded Features. We're gonna add Funded Features family too. Let's do that. Alpha Futures. Let's see. The Future Desk, I think. That's 8 already. Is there another one? Bunox. We'll add Bunox too. I think these are all the one that we could say that's like legit prop firms. That not legit, but like they're not. They pay, but you can argue some, like, you know, Funded Futures family have bad reputation. Of course, we can run that down. This is not a ranking, but the list is there. Which one are you guys trading? Well, what number? I think the top 5 is safe here. 1 to 5. And then 6 to 9 are the smaller one. I'm always the guy to trade all firms. Half these firms I'm live with, which is unfortunate. Because it's limiting. So in this case, this is not in order of ranking, but I think 1 to 5 is clear, legit. We could say 6 is sketchy in a way. We could say 7, I think for me would be upcoming. 8 is legit, but upcoming as well. And then 9, I think 9 is good. Pricey, yeah, I think it's pricey. Which is the best value? That's so debatable. Oh, Tick Trader. I forgot Tick Trader. Yeah, Tick Trader. We'll have to probably put Tick Trader under my fund futures though. Honestly, 10-10 would be kind of. I think Tick Trader lately has been showing lower signs. I'll just say iffy. That's kind of my thoughts right now. I like them, but their live kind of feels sucky, as well as their micro scalping policy. Like, there's some users get affected by that. And they take very long payouts, so that's why they're not too high up in my list anymore. Bunox is pricey only because, you know, sometimes you have a cheap eval, but to activate a 50k account is already like 150. If you activate a 150 account, it's upward like 250, 300, which is kind of absurd for activation fee. It's kind of crazy to me. Someone asked me, what do you think of like Aptero trade? I never heard that in my life. And what anything about ETF is you want to stay away from, just because just listen from our voice. They're just sketchy. They deny a lot of people. They change up rules in the past, which is like, you know, you don't want to see that happen. Why would anyone want to trust them after that? I don't even know where my list went. Did delete? But yeah, I mean, what? Shit. Where the? I don't know where I put my list. We're trying to find it. All right. Well, whatever. We have. I'll pass. Top Step, Tradeify, Apex, My Fund Futures, Tick. And that's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another one. Take Profit. These 6 upcoming or plan to onboard. We have Funded Futures Family. We have Alpha Futures. We have the Future Desk. Which one would you guys want to see for cash rate and protection plan? Because we have these 6 already, except Top Step. Top Step, you know, they don't do a partner. But I kind of want to collect some consensus while like we're waiting. Because we have all these 5 firms here, minus Top Step, where you're going to be protected with the protection plan. If you get payout denial, you'll submit a case with us and we'll review it and reimburse you the full payment, as well as get a cash rebate. Out of these 3, which one would you want to see added? Oh, the funding ticks is a new one that I actually am excited for. How are you getting 100k payouts when you're live and half the props they're so limiting? I'm still making money from the live account. It's just, yeah, once again limiting. If I weren't live in all of them, then I would probably be doing 150, 200K payouts. Because I think, look at this. This month alone, I hit 40K payouts on Funded Futures Family. That's not even counting any of these firms here. And if you're asking how am I getting 100K payout, Funded Futures Family alone is already at 40K. We took in like Take Profit or Apex. That's another 20, 30K already. It's kind of insane. Like it's actually insane how much you can make with scaling with multiple prop firms. And I don't like being on live, but you know, you're still able to make some money out of it. Just you're not gonna be able to trade 5 accounts. You're down to 1. So let's see. Yeah, some people said alpha. Some people said feature desk. Some people said funding ticks. No one said funded features family. So I think we're gonna not onboard them. So we're down to these 3. We can add all of them, or we can add just one of them. Add alpha. Okay, so you guys like alpha. Alpha features are known for denying payouts. Is that true? That's also what I want to see. Like, what are your reputation? What's the reputation like? What people think about them? If it's even a valid firm to really trade with, because they have a big future back or forex background, but not a big future one. Funding Ticks is basically their the sister company of Funding Pips, and they've been kind of in the back creating this firm on the future side, and they're going to release very, very soon. It could be next month. It could be this month. Not this month, but maybe in March, maybe in April. I think within the next 2 months, they're going to launch. That's at the low there. Look at NVIDIA. Just slamming down NVIDIA right now. We're getting very close to the next low here. Oh, it was here. Shit, it was on daily. Kind of excited for Funding Ticks. I'm also excited for Funding Ticks. I think they have big potential because they're so beloved in the forex space that they could do either equivalent to MyFund features or even better. You pick all the good firms, you can't get a payout. First thing, you pick a good firm. Second thing, you have to learn how to trade. You know, part of it is trading, is risk management, trading model, psychology. It's like all tied together. And you want to take your time and really honing that in. So you see me like in this price action, like I like shorts, but did it give me an opportunity to short? Like if I had this breaker entry, we would have rode this down. We just never got that. And we're up about 500 per account right now, like off of micros. We're cooking. Can't say anything else, but we're cooking. Leto's going after whoever either trolled him or talking a little shit. That's about to pull up, post like a 30K game day now. He's on a revenge. Is Take Profit the only firm that does daily payouts? On the sim funded, yes. I mean, there's other firms with live payout that have daily payouts, but truly, the Take Profit is the only one with daily payouts on everywhere, which is insane. You can't have it any better, to be honest. Who doesn't like daily payouts for real? We have the code smart with Take Profit. That's what I've been really liking a lot, and I hope you guys like it too, because getting instant payout is insane. I just took another $5,000 payout from them last night. We'll see if let's see if they hit my bank yet, because daily payouts, first you process it, the other part is they delivering it to your bank. So I want to really flip this. I don't know if I like longs too much, but like we could probably take a scalp somewhere. Longs, I'd rather let this daily low get taken first. Oh yeah, they did transfer it. Nice. They transfer it today. Incredible. That's another 5K payout from Take Profit. That's like my third one this past few weeks. And this is after getting to a live account with them. Our majority of profits in Asia this week, it's I think it's like an even 50-50 if I did trade Asia this week. Half of it in Asia, half of it in PM. So if we do flip this, get it close above, we'll get this inversion here, and we'll also get a breaker. That could be something that we can work with. That'll be the first confirmation that we see, but you're also in like a high time frame bearish trend. So unless you're targeting something like internal base or like a mitigated gap like this here, like you could look for 862. Oh, this is 862. Never mind. It's just a little bit difficult to really play the long like I if you like it like that. It's just tough. I'll just see. Where does it play it by ear? Any other day I'll trade minis, but today it's just so aggressive. Like I can't imagine a trade with like a 30-point stop in PM session and doing minis. But yeah, we'll see if we get a breaker closure. Maybe we'll if there's like a low risk long opportunity, I'll try it out. Double top on this 5. I mean, also if we're building liquidity, that's also very good too. So far, still bearish. No confirmation. Do you rather trade PM over AM? Yes, because it's more consistent. I can do tight stops on PM and be fine. AM has more volatility, but it's more of a wild card. So that's why I'm more iffy about it, you know. I imagine if we hold this area here, we will try to do long. Has TopStep processed your payout yet? So they didn't email me, but I got the balance deducted. So I'm assuming they did, but it took 2 days. Like you would think that their live account, they'll process payout quickly, but that's far from the truth. The live account is twice as long as the X phase. So like if you're waiting 1 day, 2 days for X phase, you're gonna expect to wait up to double for a live account. Like I don't get it. I actually don't get it. If we get a 30-second closure, I'm gonna try micro trade here. And then you're going for this, you know, once again, this previous high. And maybe get a confirmation closure with the breaker. I'll just do it below this low. Something like this if we get a closure. Besides that, we're still looking for shorts. We still have, what, 10 minutes and 10 minutes on the clock. Not that much time to really do anything. Okay, at least let's spice things up. Let's do the real giveaway. The giveaway will be guessing the time. I'm gonna just only answer when I post it, but we're gonna do 2:58 this time. And you have 1 minute to do it. Or maybe I won't do a cutoff date. Because there's a lot of people on. And oh yeah, we actually officially announced the Discord upgrade, by the way. So me and Desi, Desi and Brian joined forces to create the ultimate private community. What we're expecting is 3 to 4 AM from Desi in AM, New York AM, and London alerts. From me, you're expecting 3 to 4 Asia trading. It's not going to be streaming, but it's going to be alerts as well as commentary, and then 3 PM. So we're covering all the grounds, and you don't have to join if you don't want to, because once again, we're still doing the free streams for the next few months. And it's 30% off. Let me check the price point. We were thinking about upgrading the prices because you have 2 people now, but we're gonna keep the same price here. It's $100, so 70. Yearly will be 700. I think that's fair for 2 people, because we were definitely considering running it up, ironically. All right, still, if we get this closure, I'm gonna try it before we took the sell side. All right, I'm gonna try this on this here for a quick scalp. Yeah, my entry is bugging. What just happened? It's frozen right now. I don't know why it's doing this. Why is it yellow? I'm gonna disconnect. Trying with this with 3 micros. I was going for a big move here. A big drive inside this 5 minute. But I have my entry at 249. Gotta keep our tight stop about 22. Oh, I'm gonna get hit here. Yeah, we're going for 2 micros. Might get hit for 120. I just got hit. Whew. Well, still up for 400. Tried it. I was expecting for a big closure above. I'm gonna try it again with micros again. Let's see. I want to see on the 1 here. We didn't even get a closure on the 1. I want to see a big displacement through this and then we see what we could do from there. It's a little bit more risky since we're also close to it, but you know, we're still up a little bit on the day. I'm still trading micros, so go give it another shot here. Same thing. I think we're just gonna do a previous slow stop. Ideally, get a push up to this. Still 2 micros on me, and then we're gonna go for about a big move to this 5-minute, maybe even to the 15, because we still have this 15-minute gap here. So I'm expecting something I would propose would be higher for lower and take the sell side. But on the 1-minute, you also get this breaker confirmation too, so that's what I'm looking at closely. Same thing though. Trying to go for something like this, basically. Watching the 5. Another 2 micros. If I get stopped, that would be for about 120, 130. Just struggling on the lower time frame. Next 5-minute close is at 3. And then we'll also look for shorts if there's time, if we do get a good setup. So far, nothing yet, nothing yet. Just back at the entry I have right now. This is what I'm looking for. A strong closure to form this breaker here. And then we'll try to send it up. Take out the bet. This equal high. I'll try to trail it as well as to put break even right away. It's a triple top there. Don't tell me that stays there. Stop this low already too. No way we triple top this, chat. Going straight back down. This would have triggered the break even or trail. It didn't go through it, so this is still fair game. I don't know why it wants to be annoying. We just want a quick impulse through it. Well, let's see. Yeah, 2 micros, but I get ticked out for about 100 point or $100 again if this get hit. Let's see. I just don't know why it wants to smack down at this high so many times when I could definitely see this play out. We impulse higher, just 5-minute for a shoot lower. And it makes sense to me on the lower time frame. We're about to get another 30-second flip here. I think we should look at the 1. Did we flip on the 1? We did. We look at this as the 1. Just back at entry again. This is tough. Anyways, whatever happens, we're looking for a big impulse through 862 and see if we can get like a 40-point move. Oh, I was gonna do the giveaway. Frick, I was gonna do the giveaway on the 3 p.m. We'll probably have to do the normal giveaway then. Yeah. Looks like I'll get ticked off for 100. It's about 100 here. 20 points with 2 micros. It's gonna be give or take $100. But that's just part of risk reward. Like, you could say 2 for 4, but the wins was 30-40. The losses were like less than 20. And these are risky since you're 3 p.m. time now. Got ticked out. Alright, let's do the giveaway then, and we'll wrap up. Went from $560 to $400 now. Alright, like, stream, and comment username one time. And we'll pick a winner. That was unfortunate. I don't know why. If we get an impulse through here, break even makes sense to me. We didn't get a drive in the 5-minute. It kind of moved away from it, so that just kind of annoyed how I wanted to deliver there. And then we just took another low. $487 is what I'm ending up with, chat. Off of micros, 487 was peak at 560 something. I gave 2 scalp opportunities on 32nd. I was expecting a drive higher above 862s, but did not. More of a high risk play. Double-edged sword. Alright, giveaway. You just gotta comment. You like the stream and comment your username one time, and then we'll pick a winner. Another big sell. And that is where we take the sell side. Wow. We just sniped those sell side there. The daily lows on January. See how far we can go. We have these lows too, if we want to get the 700 lows. Alright, let's pick the giveaway winners, and we're gonna likely wrap the stream up. Just a few scalp opportunities that I want to try out, but most of the trades that we did earlier was very well done. We're gonna sell straight through, aren't we? Wow. All right, giveaway winner today is Caitlin Reed. I should have waited for the breaker though. I was kind of trying to do a preemptive run because with the strength that we're selling off from, I just believe we're gonna move lower if we do break that. But that's just what happens when you're doing preemptive. It's like very risky. And we were up like 20 here, and I was expecting an impulse. We didn't even get that, which is kind of interesting how price action did that. All right, Caitlin, just DM me on Discord, and I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll see you guys Asia tonight. See you guys later.